Now I'm recording.
All right. So I'll give you guys a brief summary of where we started or where we finished. So if you recall, do you recall? Where's our map here?
Yeah.
Oh, wrong tab.
I remember being engrossed in a story about the exact administrative details of how orcs wanted to charge us for taxes, and remember thinking, this is what playing a DM of a banker is like. We're like hearing all about this stuff. I'm like, like, do we need to establish which town we have to pay the taxes in for this transaction?
100%. 100%. You better not be in the wrong municipality or you've gone to the wrong tax center.
Oh,
You're going to have to start the journey over again.
We'd like to leverage this purchase to get a line of credit.
Oh man, it's all about levering those assets, I guess. Alright, so if you guys recall, so this is after full chaos in Nomengard. I called the last episode Road to Butterskull Ranch. So if you recall, you guys continued from Nomengard back to Phandalin and arrived late at night. Namyamu looked for Toblin Stonehill and actually gave him a little more money toward Clyde's bar tab, which is interesting, and gave him some orc steaks too. You guys then, in the middle of the night, went to the Townmaster's Hall. Nobody answered. You guys are trying to break in, unsuccessfully. It seems to be locked from the inside. Before everyone just goes, all right, we're going to sleep instead.
It's locked from the inside.
So the next morning, Harbin Toblin serves you a hearty breakfast, and then you headed back out to the Townmaster's Hall seeking Harbin Wester. Rowan manages to make a deal for the Wizard's Hat and gets some sweet profits out of that one. It takes a while because the profits were large, so getting 1 gold at a time under the door was less than ideal. But while he's counting out these 105 gold pieces, Lemurak climbed atop the roof and tied his pants over the chimney, filling the Townmaster's Hall with smoke. After a little while, you can hear Harbin coughing inside, and he opens a window and seems to run or disappear deeper into the Townmaster's Hall. So you guys deftly turn around and look at the job board and find a few options to consider. Ultimately settling on a trip to Butterskull Ranch, which was certainly the furthest one away, but that's how it goes. It leads to some good travel stories. So you then went and looked for some horses and other provisions from Elmar Barthen, from Barthen's Provisions, and then set on your way, renting some horses for your journey. As you're traveling along the Tribor Trail over to the east, you came across a group of 5 orcs who wanted to negotiate some hefty tax breaks in their favor and charge a toll for using what they call the Tribor Orcs Trail. Rowan actually suggests one-on-one combat of champions, and the largest orc steps forward. to face me. The fight begins, and as it appears that me is besting his opponent, the remaining orcs jump into the fray. The group takes a couple of scratches, a couple of blows, but ultimately dispatches the orcs. Noting that Chapunk had the killing blow on 4 of 5 of those orcs. Made a separate note there.
I got the note.
And so you pick up the pieces from the fight and move just off the Tribord Trail, a little to the north, closer to Neverwinter Wood. Show the page here. So you guys are it was around the T here. So you're just off the Tribord Trail, and you've come. You're at the whoops. Close the window. You're at the orc camp. So there's a modest fire by orc standards, and packs and boxes and different things. They're obviously not. They've basically anything that they've come across is sitting in front of you at the moment, and that is where we pick up.
This good place to rest.
Ready, set, go.
This is good place to rest.
Are we hurt at all?
I think a couple people are hurt. I don't think anyone got close to dying, but there was certainly some.
I got pretty close to going down, in a manner of speaking.
We just finished the battle. Did we do the searching? I thought we said we were gonna.
We were gonna save that for this time.
Oh, yeah.
Good thing you remembered. So
We search the bodies.
as you maybe describe how you're what you're going through. I'll open it with Nom specifically said that he was taking the war drum that the one of the orc drummers had, and so he's got that in his bag for him to remember at a future date. Eric, note that as you get into the first 10 minutes of this. You have a broken drum in your bag. So how do you how are you guys searching? Are you rifling through things? Are you kind of setting up camp and casually looking over it?
Casually glancing from the fire at equipment.
I'll just be looking through the camp, mostly for a comfortable place to sleep if the camp's already set up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nurse my injuries.
I'll search through the bodies, pockets, looking for coins and anything of any value, that kind of thing.
Okay. So as you go through the orcs' bodies, you don't come across anything crazy. There's a few coins. Actually, I'll have you make an investigation check. So you're looting the corpses.
Very reasonable. I'm not a wizard anymore.
Not ideal. Okay.
You're not a wizard.
I'll continue on the lines I was taking there. So, so you don't come across anything super notable. You managed to pull out about 11 gold coins and bits of jewelry that you surmise to have some gold or silver in them, and those are worth another 15 gold coins. So it's a total of 26 gold coins.
Are there anything else of value? Like any
You'll have to look.
notes
Have to look.
or okay, maps that they might have? I'll do investigation, you said?
Yeah.
No.
Ooh, Sherlock
Great.
Holmes here.
I do DNA testing, fingerprint analysis.
Whip out your microscope.
It's not fair you're using a calculator. Oh,
All
wait.
right.
Radish is the computer. Damn it.
Oh yeah.
Stop.
So Kundarg, as you're going through the bodies of the orcs, you come across both a map and a note.
Whoa.
Now they're separate.
will.
They're separate items,
Cool,
but
no combo.
you do come across both.
I pass the map to Chipunk for GPS analysis, and I open up the note.
All right.
Wise. While the note
And
is being opened.
What languages can you read or speak?
I can speak Dwarvish, Goblin, and hand crossbow. Apparently,
Hand crossbow. I
believe that should-
haven't mastered that one myself quite yet.
my
Boing.
character- I'm not sure why I put that there. Then we change that to weapon.
I didn't know him at the beginning with the crossbow things, blabbering and chewing. You dealt with.
Yeah,
Practical.
just common Dwarvish and Goblin.
Dwarvish and Goblin.
Common, Dwarvish,
And common.
Goblin. Yeah. I
All
grew
right.
up with dwarves, so I picked up the Dwarven language.
So you can't quite discern what the note says, taking a look at it, but the the map has.
I will pass the note. Well, who could read this? Me, are you orc? No.
What language it is?
Goliath.
Goliath, right?
I'll take a look.
Is it
at
only
this. I know giant and halfling in addition to common.
So scrawled on the map is this poorly drawn X.
Ooh, I
seems
see
to be
it.
Just off, just into Neverwinter Wood, north of Coneyberry.
Ooh, I see it too. In the pink.
It's on our
Tertiary
way.
quest, you say.
Pink in the flesh, and we are here where the tea is.
We've
The first
never been tempted by a tertiary quest.
We are iron focused on the
Primary quests only.
Yeah, but to kill the dragon and Coinberry quest has all the items to kill the dragon.
You make a good point.
So
How far do you think it is, Chipunk, from here?
Oh, what was it? One hex was what was it, Ryan? 5 kilometers, you said?
Yeah, 5. Yeah, I think it's 5.
It's 30 kilometers. It's 30 kilometers away. Beep boop.
Aye, well, you know I can never pass up some extra coin. I say we go check it out.
If
Maybe
there's
they've
a-
taken prisoners.
There's a chance for some plunder, I'm in.
are we making any more sense of this note, Ryan?
I can pass it to anyone.
So
My
far,
guess is this is an
Kundarg's
orc.
looked at it and he can't understand what it says.
I can understand notes. Wait, what did it? I only know like common and deep speech. I probably
Only-
can't understand
So
unless I
you
can do an
can't
arcane
understand.
check.
What's this? What you're saying?
Like, what language do we understand? Is it common, deep speak, draconic? What languages do you know, Bob? You seem to be a scholar. I mean,
Well,
me.
I'm like getting ready to rest and sleep, but if you bring it over, I'm able to read giant and halfling.
You don't seem to
Can you make
recognize
sense of this?
the letters.
Okay, let's
These
burn the
scribbled
common.
words. Probably for wiping.
Firewood wiping.
I'll put it into my patch for when Eric's character regains consciousness. My guess is orc.
Pulled it off an orc, and no one seems to understand it. So
We should have kept one alive so it could translate the note for us.
We do have a half orc with us, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But can he read it? What's his character doing? Is he in a barrel or what's he doing?
I don't know if we really decided what he was doing.
Well, he says here.
Yeah.
He did
said-
leave specific instructions.
You seem to want Radish to take over.
Yes.
Makes claim for orc loot. Well, he claims the map. Oh, maybe that counts as loot. I don't know if there's any other loot.
He's complaining the note.
Okay. Well, check if he knows how to read whatever this is, orc or whatever. And then
Well, is he conscious? We can ask him to read.
I assume he's conscious and not just passed out, so we have to drag him everywhere. Oh, we have horses, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
All right, let's have him read it.
Orc, you read this. This is for wiping.
Whoa, okay.
Right or left?
Up.
Sorry, I am literally just making this up as we go. So Num takes a look and looks up and says, this note seems to point us to treasure. It says, the golden shinies are in the mountains.
Ooh, wait, mountains? I thought the X was in the forest.
Maybe it's a separate quest.
And the mystery...
Ordinary
Unraveled.
quest unlocked.
Let's explore the entire mountains, searching for this treasure.
You know, it's obvious sex.
Well, I mean, we could go to that X to see if there's more information there. Perhaps I can, we can find more orcs to interrogate.
Rest
All
first,
right.
then go.
Yeah, we could
Sword.
rest. I was kind of not satisfied with my inability to destroy my enemies in that last fight. I'm gonna have to take some time to, commune with the dark powers and see if I can become stronger.
I need change.
So you guys want to rest here?
We can do a little rest.
Short or long rest? What are we doing?
Take the long one, right? It's
Yes.
Yeah, it's nighttime. It's definitely nighttime.
Party.
How do you guys want to set up your evening, keeping in mind you're, along just off of a fairly main trail, um, but just south of a pretty spooky wood, and not in a tavern where you could sleep in a nice, comfortable bed.
Are there any taverns nearby?
The closest one that you know about is the Stonehill Inn
Oh,
in
Oh, we
Fair
were
Lake.
just setting up camp where
yeah.
there's
Let's
already
just.
camp.
Yeah,
That's
that's
it.
what I'm saying. It's not a tavern. So you guys gonna do a watch, or everyone just face down in the dirt, pass out?
Oh, well, I always keep watch. I'm always conscious and aware. And I'm inactive for 6 hours.
Yeah, we've got a robot with us. We just put him on sentry mode.
I set
People,
an alarm clock
Wake
on
me
Radish's
if
back.
needed.
Beep 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 beep. 8 a.m.
Okay.
I fall asleep.
All right. So Chipunk is just keeping watch while inert.
I appear inert, but I'm not unconscious, and I can hear and see as normal.
Just like me when I'm sleeping.
Shit.
Yeah, everyone's going to sleep.
Yeah.
All right. Chipunk, I will have you make a perception
Oh
check.
shit. People.
Ooh.
Ah. Ah.
So the overnight goes relatively smoothly.
Ah.
You don't really get a super deep rest because you can still hear strange noises from around the land. Every once in a while, you hear the piercing roar of a dragon. Small animals in the woods. A wolf howling at the moon. But nothing harries your sleep in the night, and you wake up feeling well rested.
Beep 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 beep.
Ah, I smack Chipmunk to snooze.
Okay.
Classic.
5 more minutes.
Me feel much better now. Me had dream of ancestors. They will fight with us. It's not long before we destroy that dragon who cried, piercing my sleep last night. And other small animals.
So what do you guys do when you wake up? Ah, man. Hold on, before you tell me, I picked at something on my finger and it's bleeding profusely at the moment. Just go get that band-aid that I caused a bunch of emotional turmoil over.
Gonna head
We
on.
should set the forest ablaze.
What?
I was gonna suggest continuing on the way to Coneyberry, but you do make a strong case.
I mean, no. Oh yeah. Fire. Yeah. I mean, so our main quest is to kill the dragon now. And we're doing this just to get the items. Do you think we're not powerful enough to face the dragon right now?
Probably not. I mean,
You
it's
know
a
what?
dragon.
With the 6 of us, I think it might be possible, but it would be pretty rough. And
Yeah.
as one of the persons who would likely get the brunt of that.
Oh,
I'd say-
probably the meat shields.
Yeah.
Then we keep finding powerful items.
I was in your hood this morning, Kevin, in Milton,
Yeah.
by Kelso. I was planting trees and bushes in the rain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Down in
For-
the quarry, the Area 8 quarry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's super work. It's pretty sweet.
Interesting. Yeah, I knew that they had like a whole bunch of tree planting going on over there. I know like the scouts and stuff plant trees in there and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. It was absolutely muddy head to toe, but it was fun.
Yeah. Never been up in there.
It's not open to the public just yet.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, they had like a brief invitation only events last year, which I didn't go to. But it's apparently opening on later on in June or something, or later on this summer or something.
Is this that new park in Halton?
Yeah, it's Area 8 in Milton. Anyway, if we go, I'll point out to some bushes that I planted.
Man, you should. I'm gonna rip those bushes right out of the
Yeah,
ground.
I'll fight you over those.
Hey, Boris, you plant this bush? Whoosh! Oh, off a cliff.
Yeah, we also like dragged a whole bunch of like huge logs and sticks and stuff and like dumped it onto the ground around these bushes. So I'll just pick one of those up and smash you over it.
All right. So you guys wake up in the morning. Everything appears to be as you left it. The fire's just kind of lightly smoldering. What do you do?
Beep 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 beep.
We set the entire forest ablaze.
Oh. Yes.
Unanimous.
The Michael Caine strategy.
I'll just as you guys are rising, Eric wasn't here, so you guys didn't really look through the camp in any way, shape, or form. Everyone focused on looting the corpses, so I'll just let you know that.
I tried to look through the camp to find a place to sleep.
Yeah, you found a place to sleep. That was no
Alright.
problem.
Ooh. Was the dragon hiding among the corpses?
We're all ice.
You find a dragon. You guys want to look through it, or are you just gonna carry on down the trail?
Yeah.
Nah, it would be metagaming now. You told us.
All right, all
Well,
right.
I certainly meant
So you guys
that
continue
when I
walking
did it
down the
earlier,
trail.
but-
Well, you said you were looking for a place to sleep, not that you were
Well, I said
investigating
I was looking
the.
through the camp, and looking for.
But
well,
then you said specifically for a place to sleep.
All right, fine.
It was,
So-
it was
You
late
wanna
at
trail
night.
the-
It was late at night. It's now the morning.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
now is the
we
time
gotta,
to look.
we gotta make breakfast. We gotta like stretch.
I'm not a smart
Yeah.
man, so I'm okay with just heading on.
I'm very not intelligent as well. I just want to fight wars.
Well,
All right.
we have a map. An X marks the spot. I can't resist that.
Very well. So you guys start marching down the trail. Let me roll this. I freeze in place. All right. So as you guys begin packing up, I don't even know what to do right now.
Well,
Let's go get that booty.
Just toss some boars to fight.
Well, let's do breakfast real quick.
yeah, let's not just jump straight into the boar hunt.
Yeah. And then let's go to Connieberry.
But it's 30 kilometers. How many days journey is that?
Oh, we could do that in a day with horses, right?
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna look around the camp to see if they have any food.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh,
you're specifically looking for food.
Just food.
Ju-
And if it's
just food.
not edible, I overlook it.
just move it aside to find the food.
You don't find food.
Ugh.
What's that shiny? No, food.
Hey, you're looking for a place to sleep. I mean, at what point does looking for a place to sleep turn into I am literally going through boxes and packages that are scattered around this camp looking for valuables?
Nobody described boxes and packages.
That's exactly what I described. Remember when I said there was boxes and packages?
Just now, I remember. Yeah.
Well, boxes and packages are a perfect place to find food.
Can I
Cookies
get this?
from
too?
home.
But I check the best before date
Cookies
on the
from home.
packages.
Oh
and if,
man, cookies from
and
home.
if the best before date is passed, I don't open it.
Oh god.
That work.
JK.
Sorry, I'm
I
clicking
see.
around trying to set something up currently, so just give me a moment.
Sorry, I'm back.
Character sheet.
Unacceptable.
My snooze alarm went off.
How fitting.
I mean,
This isn't doing what I want it to do. I'm trying to create a couple of tokens here.
mhm.
Go on.
Well, I'm struggling. Like, this was all working perfectly before, and now it is not.
Technical issues.
So,
Oh,
Shit. Shit! Let's burn the forest.
should have burned that forest.
Oh, what is this dude? Robo Assassin?
He has a katana, but the image was too not like cropping it is like he has a katana, and I was like, yo, it's such a.
Is that you, Chipunk?
Well, yes. I mean,
Dude, you look amazing.
I'm like
Oh my god.
a little bit short of 2 meters tall, like a little bit lighter of 200 kilograms, and I have a katana. But that's the whole point. I guess it has to be in my imagination. And I'm not that big. I'm not big. How many kilometers? Like 30, 20 kilometers in diameter.
Sorry, guys. This there's a whole bunch of unexpected happenings happening, and I was ill prepared for unexpected happenings.
Just more administration, isn't it, Ryan?
More goddamn administration. Can't get enough administration. My entire job and existence is administration. Okay.
Life is administration.
Right.
All right. So as you are frying up your breakfast and starting to look through some of the boxes and packages for specifically food, you hear a terrible screeching sound, ear-piercing screeching sound. You notice that all of your ears are pierced now.
Bling bling.
So as you're gathered around the breakfast fire here, getting ready, you hear this piercing sound, and you see a very large white winged creature begin to circle above specifically where you guys are.
Uh-oh.
Shit.
How far away is that thing? I
It
immediately assess
is-
the situation.
It is still hundreds of feet in the air.
Hundreds. Okay.
But it, where you've seen it kind of flying off in the distance, this seems to be coming around in and around where you are. In
Is
the
there anywhere nearby
out in
that
the
we can
open.
seek shelter, like a tree line or something?
Yep. So you are. We were about at the T here. So yes, there is a tree line. It is probably about 2 kilometers away though, so it's not like you're gonna get there in 5 seconds or anything like that. It's not like a tree line that you could quickly duck behind and disappear. You guys were pretty well in the open where this orc camp was.
Well, we're on horses, right? If we did a gallop, how quickly
We're
could
not
we
on
get?
horses though.
You're not on horses. You're sitting
in the
around the
camp.
breakfast talking about whether you're looking for food or gold.
Oh.
Waiting for me to figure out what the hell was happening.
Well, if we were to jump on our horses, which would only take a few moments, and
But
then
horses are
gallop towards the tree line, how would we make it there? Like, I don't know, within a couple minutes or longer? I don't know how fast a horse is.
You'll have to try to find out.
Well, is that
I
a
think
course of
that
action?
seems reasonable, but you'd have to. You're not sure. There's a moment. The screeching continues and it keeps circling.
Well, I'm gonna get underneath like a tent or something and then look up at it.
Okay.
Keep watching it.
All right. I'll have you make a perception check.
This has a thorn in its paw.
It's just grouchy 'cause it's got a thorn, guys. You could just help him get the hunk of wood out of his teeth. I mean, I'm sure that'd help him.
That's it. These are friends.
Oh, I'm on the wrong page here. 21 perception. So, you can see now that you're kind of focusing on the sky at this shape way up high. It appears to be very lizard-like in appearance, with a huge wingspan, and it's like a light gray and in places bright white.
So, in that case, do I feel particularly hidden underneath this tent?
Do you feel particularly hidden? It's not looking directly at you, if that's what you're asking. Like, it's kind of looking down at the general, like, orc camp. There's obviously like a little smoke trail coming up from your campfire, and it's
I try to be
way up
stealthy,
high.
I guess, is my thing here.
Okay. Do you want to roll a stealth check then?
Don't mind if I do. And I'm going to use my inspiration from last session.
Ooh.
So I would like to be hidden from this guy.
14. All right. You feel, while you're not sure whether it's zeroed in on you or not, you feel relatively safe where you are now that there's a piece of cloth between you and the creature.
Oh boy.
Get to cover! He's a great dragon.
Right. I'll also hide under boxes and packages.
Hiding under boxes and packages. Okay.
I guess we're hiding, so
Good
I'll hide
stealth
too.
roll. 19's a good stealth roll. So Lemurak dives under some of the trash and boxes and stuff like that.
While I'm under there, I look in them.
And he's looking through them. This is multitasking, hiding while looting. That's
Just for ammo?
Just for ammo.
All right, Rowan got a 15. What are you hiding amongst, Rowan?
What do I see around me?
So there's kind of like there's a couple of like half collapsed tents. You see Mee's feet sticking out of the bottom of one of them. There's some small boxes and packages and bags and different things. Kind of the remains of a disorganized orc camp, basically.
Okay. Well, I'll go to one of the collapsed tents and like hide under there.
Cool. All right. That heavy armor is really not doing you any favors at the moment. Kundark, how do you hide?
Is there like a chest that I could slip into? Like open it up and roll in and then close myself?
Chest big enough. There's not a chest, but there are some like crates that have been opened and ransacked and kind of smashed up a little bit that you think would kind of serve a similar purpose. You can kind of hide amongst the wooden remains.
Cool. Yeah, I'll... Is that where all the food was kept?
You find a horde of food in that box.
Oh my god.
It's all rotten.
I
all right,
feel sick
and
to my stomach.
Chipunk, what are you doing as you try to stealth here?
Well, I attempt to stealth, and I think I'm pretty good. So I walk towards the first like chair I can find, and like stand next to it, thinking that if I'm static like the chair is, I'll be as invisible and as unnoticeable as the chair. And I'm just like standing next to some chair, like out in the open.
They have T-Rex vision, so as long as you don't move.
Yeah, as long as I don't.
I forgot to.
No life signs detected down there.
Yeah.
Let me. Radosh, I'm gonna. In. Chipunk. Controlled by Chipunk. Do you mind? You should have access to Nam Yamu's character sheet.
Ooh, I have access to his character sheet.
There we go. Do you mind
Oh, he's definitely
doing what
gonna.
you think he would be doing? Everyone else is hiding.
Well,
It's up
it's
to
a
you
dragon.
there.
He would follow. He would not try to. I think. He finds some bags of rice and he just dives inside of them.
And just dives straight inside. Oh man, his butt's kind of sticking out, but it still
You're
seems.
right.
So, the creature, the dragon that's been circling around, makes a couple of more large circles around, and then lets out the most terrifying screech you've ever heard in your life. You can feel the wind as it passes maybe 50 feet above you, as it swoops down. And you feel the ground shake as it lands on the ground next to you. You then hear a horrible sound as it lets out a massive roar. And then you hear a terrible whinnying sound, and then you can hear a loud flapping sound, and the ground, dust is coming up all around you, and you see the dragon taking off into the sky again.
Yikes.
How many
I-
horses did we lose?
I peep out of
So
my tent.
you peep out, and notice there are no less than 2 horses missing.
Oh.
And the other horses are absolutely terrified. How did you guys, when you went to sleep, or when you were feeding the horses in the morning,
The strongest
have
of
them?
knots were used, of course.
The strongest knots? We should have asked that question way earlier. So you find left these 4 just absolutely terrified horses. They're going crazy. They're probably gonna have some trouble getting them under control, and 2 of the hitching posts are completely empty.
Well,
I'll try to calm down
What?
the animals. I have
All right,
I have a
let's
way
get
with
you to make
animals.
an animal handling check. Handle those animals.
Horse, you quiet now. It's fine.
Your yell seems to
Ash.
get the horse more
Ash.
excited. So as you look around, you can see the dragon flying off in the distance, seeming to go towards the southeast area, towards the larger Sword Mountains to your south. And after some time and much coaxing, the horses begin to calm down a little bit, but might need to be handled
Jeez, horse
a little
whisperer.
more. So there you are with 4 horses, 6 party goers, and a bunch of unlooted things around you.
I searched the camp for possible artifacts that'll give me the ability to summon horses, or
Possible artifacts,
Find
eh?
the horse.
The old
Staff
horse
of
summoning
horse
artifacts.
whispering.
maybe a horn of griffin mount. Is what I'm thinking.
All right. So I'll get you to make an investigation check.
Right. I will thoroughly investigate
Oh shit, Derek is
all
not coming
avenues.
up.
Whoops. All right. So as you dig through, you find some food that me had missed. In you also find a couple of other items. So you find 3 potions of healing, 1 very nice looking red potion. My goodness. And then you also find a scroll, like a spell scroll.
Oh, excellent. How do scrolls work? Can I determine what spell might be inscribed upon it?
That's a good question for a DM with more experience than I. How do you have to like identify a scroll, or do you just know what it is? Does it have the title right on the top?
To be honest, I don't remember if there's a hard and fast rule. You might call for an Arcana check if you wanted to be loosey goosey about it, or you could ask for an identify or a short rest to examine it.
Yeah, I think it's your call. I think a lot of times Bob would just tell me, it's a scroll of this. So you're going to find out eventually. Unless you want it to be a thing to find out.
Okay. So I'll get you to make an Arcana check because you're the only real kind of magic-y person here.
All right. Let me consult my vast knowledge.
So you have identified this scroll as a bless scroll.
Cool.
So, beyond knowing that, it has to be basically on your spell list. So, if Bless is not on the Warlock spell list, then you might not be able to use that.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, you have to be. It can't be just from any. Has to be specifically from yours. Oh, well.
Well, wait. Is that to like copy it to your book, or can you like cast it
use
once
it.
and it disintegrates, or something?
No, I'm pretty sure that just to use it, it has to be.
Has to be in your
Alright.
spell listing.
I guess a
To be able
fighter
to
can't
use it?
use any scrolls because
I
of
believe
the.
so, yeah. Well,
Okay.
a fighter, if he was the Eldritch Knight.
Yeah, if
Probably
it's
could.
explicitly said, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let me
it's
change
pretty
what I
mentioned,
didn't
yeah.
want it to. I thought you could use any, so I didn't want it to.
Well, no, I guess I don't know. I thought Eric. like the bard would have it, but I'm not seeing it tagged on the bless spell in D&D Beyond.
Just build it into your campaign. Say the scroll imparts
Sure.
some sort of deity channeling ability.
D&D channeling ability. Okay. I'm just gonna change which one it is. So you've picked up a what you recognize as a hex scroll,
Nice.
opposite of bless. That's how we did that one.
Yeah, it's funny bards don't have
And then you
bless.
guys got the potions as well.
Yep.
Oh,
3 potions of healing, 1 cool red potion.
yes. Omnum grabs 1 potion of healing, saying, "I better grab this before orcs do, and it's safe in my hands."
All right.
Can we have one?
All right. I guess the cannon fodder should each have a potion. I hand a potion over to you as
Where
well.
is cannon fodder?
Cannon fodder.
He-
Cannon fodder.
Metal you is not cannon.
Of course not. Of course.
He's more like can.
Beep boop.
Before we encounter anything else, of course I remember to turn on my mage armor.
Gotta
All
get
other
that.
passive abilities are active.
All right. So you found some. Oh, you also found some cash and gems.
Sweet. Sweet cash.
So you find 60 gold pieces, and 7 small gems that you, on the spot, roughly appraise at 10 gold apiece.
So 70 plus 60.
Let's
Wow.
just split the 60 into 10 gold pieces each.
Yeah, so 12
Okay.
gold each.
Yeah, there's not a lot of like, hey, let's share the wealth amongst the party with this group. It's a lot of like, well, I found this. F you guys.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I
we
don't know, we haven't
you
found that much to
want to
share
be an
yet.
evil group.
Hmm?
We haven't found that much to share yet. And we passed around
Yeah.
those other magic items, like...
Well, no, I mean just on the cash side.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So what were these gems? Sorry, did not hear exactly.
They're just
And-
small, precious stones. Nothing like you're not talking about like the Hope Diamond or anything like that. Like
No
there's just
retirement, okay.
some small, small precious gems. They look like some of them have been wrenched out of rings or other pieces of jewelry. So. All right. So after what seemed like a pretty mundane breakfast that got very exciting, you're left with 4 horses in the middle of the Tribord Trail. Do you continue to the east? Do you head back to Phandalin? Do you do some other something?
Well, I think we should figure out who's gonna share a horse and then continue our way
Me
down
will
this
walk.
road.
I'm quite small. I can double
I get
up.
by.
I'm not proud.
All right. So you guys continuing eastward?
I
Okay,
believe we should.
And all right, you continue sauntering eastward, making reasonable time. How are you? What kind of marching order are you guys in? Hold on, put you on this.
Well, cannon fodder first. I
Oh, don't mind that dragon token there. He's not actually there. Tuck him away in the corner.
Nothing to see here.
Nothing to
A
see
likely
there.
story.
He's hiding under a tent.
right beside food. That's why you didn't see it.
So what? You guys are on the main page again, right? The screen. What kind of marching order you guys have going here?
I'm definitely gonna not be in the front, nor the back. Someone defend me
From all sides.
in the back, and the rest take the lead.
How many people can be in a row? Like, what is the width of the road?
You know what? I bet you there's a Guinness World Record for that.
We link arms, just like in Wizard of Oz style,
Yeah.
and walk down the yellow brick road.
All right.
While on horseback.
Yeah, the horse's legs are in perfect unison.
Ooh.
You've recovered them from their terrifying ordeal and trained them in seconds.
Yep.
And I can link arms with
Fancy
you guys because I'm just that tall.
All right. And how are you guys traveling? Are you traveling really quickly, making haste? Are you looking around cautiously, going a little slower? Are you like dead slow, dragging your feet like you're walking around the neighborhood with a toddler?
We're doing the moonwalk there.
We're actually just backing around without looking really fast.
Yeah.
Straight into a rock. You should have seen it. There was 6 of you. You were all looking.
It was blue. It was a blue rock.
Suddenly, a desk appears in front of you with a telephone, and you enter 4 hours of administration, followed by
It's the final
inconveniences
boss.
for weeks.
I
It
guess
is
I'll
the
have to.
final boss.
Guess I'll have to rage.
All right.
I'll hang out in the
who is-
back and like I want to like kind of cautiously look around for this dragon as we continue on.
All right.
Before was for
I
glory,
will.
now it's personal.
I will have you make perception checks, please.
Everybody?
Anybody who was
Anybody who has eyes?
kind of going
I have eyes.
cautiously.
Well, I guess we should all go cautiously, or none of us. Oh,
We need one for Nom as well.
Oh shit.
All right. So
Wait, they rolled for Nomium. Wait, how does this work?
It still puts your name.
yeah, it still puts your name, I think.
Okay.
If we'll just have to know who you're rolling for.
Yeah.
later on for initiative, if we get to that stage, I think it'll.
Also,
I
like,
also think. I also think in the bottom you can change.
yeah,
Like you
I'll
say
do that as well.
as, but that's kind of annoying to change literally every time you have to roll. So just keep track of it. You're traveling along the Tribord Trail, and you're about halfway to Coneyberry from where you started, and you can see off in the distance, kind of over this direction. You can see that big creature, the big dragon. It's not a mystery anymore. You've seen it. It's circling around one of the mountains over here.
Where are you saying over here? We're on the main page.
Oh, god damn it. All right, you go back over here. So you guys are about here, about halfway between where you
Yep.
were and Coneyberry. And you see the dragons circling this area over here.
I continue.
Maybe we can make a bit of a beeline closer to the trees, a little off the path, just in case we need to escape into the forest.
Listen to Tiny You.
Forest is flammable.
Oh, it's a frost dragon. It's okay.
Oh, okay then. Useless dragon.
Okay, so you guys are are you basically getting within, I don't know, within pretty easy running distance or galloping distance of the tree line?
Yeah, let's
You
go
would
to the
say?
Yeah,
fast
like
pace.
like we turn north off the path towards the tree line and then get
Yeah.
within, I don't know, like
Yeah.
100 meters or something of the tree line,
Okay.
such that if we see him coming close, we can get out of there.
Still continuing east though, right? You're not
Yeah,
going like straight into the woods or back to the
nope.
west.
Just following the
Okay.
tree line along the thing, still headed towards Coneyberry.
All right. So you continue along. I will have. Um, I guess I will have you guys make perception checks again now that you're close to the Neverwinter Wood.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. You did it. We need a Rowan and a
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
Kundarg.
Oh, another perception?
Yeah.
I did one already. That was for the first one, though.
Yeah. This is now that you're close to the woods.
All right, I will perceive the woods.
Okay. All right. So as you're traveling along, close to these woods, the woods that you can see are very dark and very thick. You don't think you'd be able to effectively ride a horse at any type of speed through this wood. Um, but other than that, you don't seem to notice any creatures coming after you out of the woods or anything at the moment. You do still see off in the distance the dragon kind of circling uh, one of the mountain peaks over here, or I guess these are hills. One of the hills over here, occasionally dipping down, and uh, white frost, or what you determine to be maybe frost, white fog comes out of his mouth, every once in a while as he swoops downwards. So you guys continue along the tree line here. So, are you which direction are you headed? Are you headed towards the X that you found? Are you headed towards Coneyberry? What's
What time of day are we looking at?
it's a little bit it's kind of like mid-afternoon at this point.
Maybe we hit Coneyberry first.
If
Well,
we can
let's
get
mark the
there.
spot.
Yeah, let's check out this X marks the spot location. I'm so curious.
You guys heading to the X or Coneyberry? I got both answers, I think.
What's the vote so far?
Well, I vote for X. Dragon loot there.
Okay, we go
Beep.
straight to the X.
Okay.
Lead the way, Dark You.
Very well. Let's proceed carefully and stealthily and perceptively also.
But also quickly.
No, well, yeah. Reasonably quickly.
All right. So, I guess you guys are stopping about where the Y is in Coneyberry,
We're following
right?
the.
Like,
We have this mark on the map, right?
yeah. But
Oh,
like, you guys want to enter the woods back here, or do you want to go to like the closest part of the
yeah, we
woods?
have to leave the horses, right?
Oh yeah, we gotta find a place we can get back to.
Yeah, we'll go back basically where the Y is and then enter the forest there.
Okay. Okay. And so you arrive in this part of the pasture. You can see uh, the town of Coneyberry not too far away. You can see some smoke and stuff rising, some dust, and um, nothing too crazy coming from the town. Um, where you stop outside of the woods, where you think the X is close to, you do notice that the woods are a little bit trampled in this area. Like there's been many uh, individuals or creatures crossing through this area uh, relatively recently.
In which direction the footsteps go? Can we see, like, if it's both ways or just like, are they fleeing or going towards?
The I'll get you to make an investigation check. That was actually a really good question, Raj.
Beep boop. Beep.
Investigation. Not great.
Yeah.
Um, so you spent some time studying the footprints uh, that you can see, and you generally get a feel that the footprints are exiting the forest, especially because a lot of the brush and stuff is pushed outwards as opposed to being pushed
Yeah,
towards the forest.
that would give it
Made the
away.
same motion both times, but you know.
Things were fleeing from that direction.
Hmm.
Fleeing or attacking?
Fleeing. I mean, or attacking Coneyberry. Maybe Coneyberry's under fire now.
Well, maybe we should proceed with extra stealth to get the drop on it, whatever it is.
Does map say what X is?
It's treasure. X's
the
are always
booty.
treasure.
You take a. I believe you're holding the map. Me, correct? Or
I don't know. I think
We showed it to him, but
Omnom has it because he read it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Omnom. So does Omnom he reads the map again for any markings around the X? What they need to be.
So all you really notice is a very poorly scrawled X in this area.
How poor.
There's no other notes or lettering on the map itself.
I take with a pen and draw a circle around the X.
Sorry.
A hole opens underneath you and transported to another dimension.
Here we go again.
All right, you draw a circle on the map.
I'll look at these footprints as well and try to see if I can track them backwards to where they're exiting away from.
Okay. Are you guys entering the woods here? So far, you're standing on the outside on horseback.
If I find a trail that leads in, we're yes.
Fair enough, except for me, of course. All right, I will have you make an investigation check, or yeah, investigation.
Could I suggest a survival check? That would
Yeah,
be the usual thing for tracking.
I could handle a survival check.
Much better.
So as you look, you don't notice anything that Chipunk hasn't already told you about. So you see some footprints that seem to be coming out of the woods, a lot of brush and debris that seem to be coming towards
The
you from.
trail is dead. It vanishes. I don't like this forest.
We can proceed to the X.
All right, are you guys dismounting your horses? Are you tying them up? Are you slapping them on the butt and setting them free?
Oh, well.
Pretty sure we just rented these horses, right?
it's true.
Yeah.
We should tie them to a tree so that we can come back later and ride the rest of the way to Coneyberry.
Nothing
I'm-
could possibly go wrong.
That's right. There's surely nothing that was terrifying all the people of this forest in here that would like to eat horses.
I would like to
I mean,
imagine.
I agree with you.
Good.
Well,
What kind of knots are you using to tie these horses up?
The finest knots.
oh, the fisherman's 8 thing, which you can tie and like hold a truck down the cliff with.
Called a
It's
bowline.
What?
Called a bowline.
That I don't know the name, but I tie myself when I climb with it.
Kind of thinking Scott might throw down some sailing knowledge on us.
Oh. Damn, I don't remember any fancy knots.
Square knot, half hitch,
Half
bowline.
hitch.
All right, so you tie up the horses and begin interrogating them.
What did they reveal to us?
So the horses weren't able to communicate with you effectively. So
No matter what
instead
we
of
ask,
interrogating
we
them,
always say
you pet
nay.
them gently and begin heading into the dark Neverwinter Wood. So you guys are following kind of the trail of footprints and debris and whatnot.
Towards
So
the
you
X.
towards the X, yes. It's pretty easy and simple to follow the trail. It looks like whatever was in here left and were not gentle about leaving this forest, you after maybe about 10 minutes of making your way through this part of the dark wood, who's leading the pack here? Me is leading the pack? No?
Me or I have no
Trail went
pose.
cold.
I'm
You
made
guys are
for
all
war.
saying me, but I think it should probably be Chipunk.
Yeah. I'm I think the tankiest of the
All
group.
right.
Well, you
Chipunk,
saw
I'll have
the
you make a
footprints.
perception check.
Oh, I'm the blindest.
Yeah, okay. So as you're traveling along, you can notice
Is this you on the Air Canada thing?
along the trail, there's little scraps of cloth, animal bones that look like they've been cooked and eaten, discarded, kind of really just some rubbish and stuff like that, some trash along the trail there. But it leads you to believe that perhaps what traveled through here might have been orcish in nature.
Ooh, Omnom like tightens his teeth.
For some reason, I thought you were going to say butthole, but actually.
That too.
Also appropriate.
So appropriate. So you guys continue following the trail?
Omnom certainly is.
All right. So you continue following the trail, and you come to a clearing, and it's a pretty large clearing in this wood that so far you've that has been very thick, other than the kind of path that's been cleared through here.
I hide.
All right. I'll have you make a stealth check. Disappear from sight. Even your friends don't know that you're not there.
Where'd he go?
So tiny.
So in this clearing, you can see there's a very large stump, and similar to what you've come across at the orc camp where you spent the night, and this path. The orcs didn't really care much for this part of the woods, so there's all kinds of debris lying around. There's pieces of weapons, bits of food, hunks of wood, like just generally nothing nothing of immediate value that you can see. Yeah, just some general debris.
Do I see any threats around? Is it completely abandoned, or does it look like some ambush is about to take place?
So, as you're kind of looking around this clearing, it's eerily quiet. You can't hear even. Get out of here, Google. I wasn't talking to you. So it's eerily silent. You can't even hear. So when you were out on the out in the hills and on the plain there, you could hear the dragon screeching in the distance. You could hear some sounds. It's quiet in here. The wind isn't howling. It's very silent. But you don't detect any immediate threats.
When you say debris, Ryan, is this like, what, like it's not like, is it like broken down buildings, or is it just parts of nature,
No.
or?
So it's a combination of like broken down, not buildings, but like broken sticks, and there's some animal bones and like little campfires that have been put out. looks like there was a fairly sizable group of orcs.
Is it like a permanent home, or was it like a camp?
Looks very much like a camp or maybe a staging area, just into the woods here.
Can I investigate the staging area for amazing artifacts and
Amazing artifacts.
possibly, that loot?
You certainly can. I'll get you to roll an investigation check. So you don't notice anything of value. There's no, not like the last orc camp that you came across, where they appeared to be collecting loot. There doesn't appear to be any boxes or chests or bags that have been left behind. Really, what's left behind is kind of worthless trash. There's pieces of boards, there's pieces of weapons, but there's the occasional arrow in a tree, that type of thing. But
What about
there's
food?
nothing of value. So you can find some little scraps of meat and different things like that are attached to bones. Seem to be a little rancid and not something you would necessarily want to eat. But
Oh yeah, I just
it's
wouldn't.
also a free world. You can eat what you want.
I started looking on the ground to see if I can see an X. Find X!
Ooh. So I'll get you to make an investigation check as well.
Just looking on the down, seeing if a pattern emerges.
So you notice a few different patterns,
Ooh.
but none of them really make any sense. It's more, here's a blade of grass and a stick, and another stick, and another blade of grass, and there's a blade of grass and two sticks and a blade of grass.
Any X's?
What does it mean?
You didn't notice any X's.
Keep looking.
Somebody with better eyes should look.
X is here somewhere.
I scour. Oh, nope.
So you immediately hone in on what me is investigating, and crouch down next to him, and the two of you begin discussing how significant this pattern of stick rock is in this specific area.
Hey, it's a
Stick
message
rock.
from the Allfather.
Stick rock, but not X.
Rock stick. Rock stick.
I come closer and think like, what is, what are you trying to perceive? And then I look for an X as well.
Right? I'll get you to roll. What the hell is happening, guys?
Shameful display.
Enthralled with the stick rock debate going on between me and Kundarg.
Overloads my professors.
Chipunk looks quizzical for a Warforge, if that's even possible, and must choose a side, whether he's on stick rock or rock stick.
I cannot compute the decision. It's baffling. I'm stuck in a loop.
Well, I'm gonna start digging with my hands.
I take a katana and start marking X's in the dirt, in the ground.
Crazy enough to work.
I summoned the X.
One of the smart characters is gonna have to start doing something.
All right, I finish with searching for amazing loot, and I turn my attention to these rocks and sticks, and perhaps any X's that might actually be formed from such
So
things.
as you turn to your three teammates who are all huddled around this small patch of dirt, debating whether it's rock stick or stick rock, and you see me he's getting in there, he's starting to dig, he's pulling up rocks, he's pulling up sticks. It's very confusing. You look back out to where you guys entered the area, and you notice a very large tree going this way, and a very large tree going this way, and it seems to be the route that the orcs were originally taking to go through the forest here, out towards Coneyberry.
Oh. Well, should we dig under these two trees?
He's the smart one.
He's the smartest of us all.
All right. The smart one just directs. The other ones do the hard work. Use
We need
your
one
hands
person
if
to dig.
necessary.
And 5 to manage that person.
I'm gonna just stay stealth and like stealth around the perimeter of the clearing just to check things out, make sure we're all
He's
safe.
eerily silent, he said.
Okay. It does remain silent, but I'll get you to make a perception check. Ooh, 18. So, despite the fact that it's very quiet, you can notice a little bit of kind of mundane wildlife in the area. Some birds starting to return and rebuild nests and
Have sex with bees.
Have sex with bees.
What?
Or so I understand it.
Oh, the birds and the bees, I see.
But you don't notice anything that would cause you to be alarmed for anyone's safety at this moment.
I think the orcs left.
That's true. I don't see any orcs around. How's that digging coming?
How is the digging coming?
I guess we're digging.
So where are you guys digging?
Underneath the trees?
We're the smart
Underneath the
guys.
trees? Okay. Okay. What are you digging with?
I don't know. Does anyone have shovels?
I have hands. Which are like shovels. I mean,
Oh, I guess
no. I did not bring a shovel. We
Right,
can make a shovel out of sticks and rocks and rope.
That's gonna take one hell of a MacGyver check to make that work.
MacGyver.
Can I try like blasting through some of the dirt with an Eldritch Blast? Try to
Sure.
like
I could
Blast.
dig with my hands as well.
Yeah, you can dig with your hands.
okay, but don't put your hands in the way while the blast is
Watch
blasting.
out for the blast, though.
Just wait for the
Yeah.
blast and then start digging.
All right, so I'll get you to roll. A 23 is definitely a hit. and you do 4 force damage. So your Eldritch Blast causes some dirt and rocks to scatter up and outwards from the initial hole that's been started by hand. You guys still digging with your hands?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, might as well.
I'll have the hand diggers make survival checks,
Survival.
or what, or like athletics.
Nature.
That might be more appropriate because it's digging.
Yeah. Oh shit.
All right. Well, we got. So you've managed to dig a fairly sizable hole, just by hand. So it goes down about a foot. Uh, you haven't really run into any like loosely packed dirt. It's been pretty hard, hard dirt filled with roots. So it's been pretty tough on your fingernails for sure. But so far, all you have is about a foot deep hole.
Oh wait, Ryan, I rolled a different character. I mean, yeah, I had higher athletics. Anyway.
Well, there you go.
All right. Well, I guess I'll have to just keep digging.
Yeah.
All right. I'll get you guys to make athletics checks again.
Oh my god, why am I so low?
Pretty good too. So you managed to dig through about another foot of ground. It's extremely hard. You're starting to hit some clay and stuff like that, so it's getting real bad on the fingernails.
I'm gonna take out this stick and say, Festus is bestest. And I just start stabbing the ground and I'm digging with this pole.
Oh, there we go. Not a bad idea. So you're digging with the rod now?
Yeah.
Did you say Festivus for the rest of us?
No,
or
I said Festus is
Okay.
bestest.
All right. So it stays as a rod, and you keep
Stupid stick.
you keep digging. I'll get you to make another athletics check for your dig round this time. 16. All right. So you dig down. Now that you're using a tool, you manage on your own to get another foot down. So now you've got about a 3 foot deep hole. That's maybe 3 feet wide at the top, and then kind of tapers downwards as you go down.
So that I see him using a tool on it. That is efficient. I take out one of the hand axes I have, and I start digging with a hand axe, kind of like.
All right.
Tiny,
I'll
you
get the-
start helping. Get down there.
Oh, why am
I'm still in the tree line, hidden.
Yeah. What
No
what are you
treasure
doing
for
there?
Tiny X if
Tiny
you don't
you?
help. Tiny you if you don't help.
You don't even know where to address for me. I'm a
He's
ghost,
a ghost.
shouting at the clearing.
Come back, Tiny you.
Getting out of the work. That's the.
That's right.
So what is Lemarak doing, and what's so we've got Chapunk, Kundarg, and me digging a hole. We've got Rowan kind of overseeing the excavation process. What are Namyamu and Lemarak up to at the moment?
I'm really just watching from the edge of the forest, staying hidden, just in case we get ambushed. Plus, I'm watching to to see when they unearth the booty. In which case I will appear suddenly.
And Nomumu, because basically this is what was an orc outpost, and so he goes around and he's collecting all the rugs he can find and putting it in like one big pile and next to like wooden buildings and huts around. I mean, piles of things next to wooden huts.
He's hooked on rugs.
Yeah, where are these wooden huts?
I don't know. Are we seeing, because the orcs were there, right?
Yeah, but it wasn't
Yeah.
like it wasn't an orc settlement. It was more of like a
Oh,
clearing
just an
where they
outpost?
had a couple of campfires and
I answered
You know,
the wooden
there's-
huts.
there's a couple of bedrolls and stuff left, but there's no huts, there's no infrastructure.
He just joins the digging. Why not?
All right.
And he sings while he digs. Naturally.
Maybe with his new drum.
Is it fixed yet?
Yeah, it's a broken
I'm
drum.
sorry, I forgot
He
about
hasn't
that.
fixed it yet. Yeah, it's got
Oh,
a,
no,
I think
no,
he
got a
was
tear.
wrong.
Mm. We should have stopped at Coinberry, the village, first to fix the drum. And maybe save the village from the orc invasion, but meh details.
Scott wanted to push on to the X.
You read.
Well, realistically, by hugging the tree line, the X is, I guess, a little bit closer than the town was. Except you had to kind of walk by the tent to get there. But so Lemurak's keeping a close watch. Rowan's overseeing the investigation. Nom is piling random debris into a heap. And Chipunk, me, and Kandar continue digging.
Yeah, I'm digging.
All right. I'll get you guys to make athletics checks.
Ugh.
I go ahead this time.
All right.
I have two
Between-
hand axes, and with both of them I dig.
So between the three of you, you dig a couple more feet. You've now got about a 5-foot deep hole. It's a pretty reasonable size. You've been digging for a couple hours. There doesn't appear to be any sign of whatever it is you're looking for.
Bestus is bestus. Make stupid stick grow.
You find yourself under the spell of a massive erection.
What else is new?
So as you guys are digging and Nam is piling things up, he pulls out the note that you guys saw earlier, and looks at you guys and says, "What are you guys looking for?" The note
We
says,
found X.
"The gold and shinies are in the mountains."
Ah.
What's this X all about? Alright, well... Oh, can we see, like, if the
X is treasure.
Well, what if the X forms like a... Like, can we see through the X to a particular spot in the mountains or anything like that?
So, you can see past the X, and you see basically the trampled trail that you guys followed in, and you can see the town of Coneyberry just beyond. There's still some smoke coming up from the town. That's
Wow.
what you see as you look
More smoke or less
past
smoke?
the tree X. I would say slightly more smoke than when you went into the woods. You've been digging for a couple hours now.
The
Wow.
weather must be getting colder.
There seems to be something happening at the town.
The weather.
I'm not sure where this treasure is, but we've been digging for a while and haven't found anything.
We've been digging because you instructed.
Is
Well, stop digging then.
is
Okay.
is
I stopped
because
digging.
this stick is broken.
Well,
Tiny,
stick
you
isn't
can
very
have
good for
this
digging.
stick. I give this. If he were here, I would give this stick to Tiny you.
I show up all of a sudden.
Ah!
Who's here the whole
Take
time?
this stupid small stick. It is perfect
Ah.
for small you.
It's just my size. I take this stick.
You hold stick. You say freshus remenchus. It grow.
I will remember that.
But it's broken.
Oh. Why'd you give me a broken stick?
Is small. Like
Okay.
you.
That's fair. Seems pretty durable.
To you is big stick.
Well. My mother always said, walk quietly with a big stick.
Inspiration? Alright. I've had enough of this
The Roosevelt fan.
digging. Let's head to Connie Berry and go to the bar instead. I'm kind of disappointed, to be honest. I want to just relax for a bit. I was hoping for treasure.
We buy a
Dead.
shovel in town.
Yeah, okay, that's a good idea. We should be more well prepared next time.
Nomium is also disappointed. There were no orcs for him to, like, cook.
Yep,
Inspiration
no
for
works
Eric.
It's very very-
here.
For Radish's accurate portrayal.
Well, yeah, that's it.
Right. So you guys are you doing anything with this giant hole you've created, or just walking away? Walk
I
toward,
turn away from it
Coney
in
Berry?
disgust.
I too am disgusted in how much effort we put into it.
Hours.
It's not even a big hole. We're gonna have to work on your hole digging.
You need a shovel.
All right. So, you guys emerge from the woods, and you look to the trees where you attached your horses,
Ooh.
and there they are, waiting for you, right where you left them. Those
Nice.
knots were pretty good. You
What
can
kind
see
of
one
knots were
kind of
there?
pulling at it a little bit. There's some bowlines. There's a half hitch, maybe a
Oh.
square knot in there. You guys didn't describe it very well, so they could have just run away. But
We just
The
toss
horse,
the
the
rope into
horse
the
looks
bushes.
at the knot. This is crap. I'm just running away.
this is garbage. All right. So, as you approach the town of Coneyberry, you realize that the small amount of smoke that you saw rising perhaps wasn't fireplaces, taverns, the usual kind of smoke rising from a town. As you reach the outskirts of Coneyberry, uh, it looks more like rubble and destruction. There's small fires all over the place and lots of debris. Some buildings are starting to collapse, um, and you as you enter the town, I'll have you guys make a perception check.
Oof.
Oh,
Okay. Um, so as you enter the town, you can hear the town is eerily silent. You don't hear the normal hustle and bustle of people running around doing their daily business. You can hear some light crackling of fires that have erupted in a few places. You can see some uh, clear marks of damage and destruction, and perhaps some sort of attack which has occurred on the town. So a lot of the structures in the settlement are burned and crumbling down. They've burned maybe some time ago and now just smoldering. Uh,
Some time ago, but what is that sometime?
there's buildings everywhere. Buildings in all states. Some are relatively unscathed. Others have collapsed in on themselves. Some are burnt piles of ash. There's not any raging fires that you can see. It seems like any of the raging fires have since gone out naturally or for some other reason, or maybe unnaturally.
All
But
done. Done.
Are there any people around?
so you don't see any people, but as you approach uh, the kind of fountain in the middle of the town, where it's obviously the town square where people would traditionally gather, you do see three unsaddled horses drinking from the fountain.
Are the the horses are tied? Yeah.
Well, you guys got on your horses, right? Like you rode your horses there. That was my assumption.
Yeah.
Or you left them tied up by the woods and walked.
No, I think we rode them. For
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. My assumption was right then. So these horses are not tied up to anything. They're just drinking from the fountain.
Ooh.
They're unsaddled. There's no reins on them.
Wild horses.
I don't know. Might have to check them out if you
Time
dare.
to saddle them.
Mm. So they're unsaddled.
You guys are probably about 60 feet away from them, maybe 80 feet away from them.
Okay.
Would I know whether or not it's customary for orcs to have a saddle on their, like, are they known for riding without saddles?
I will have you make a history check.
Would the Nomium know better, given?
So potentially, roll for him too, and then I'll see how I
You'll decide. Yeah.
answer. Yeah. Okay. So, me has seen some orcs with saddles, some not. Omnom comes in and generally says, well, most orcs use horses for meat.
Hmm.
And prefer riding wargs and more wild beasts.
Hmm. I guess let's
Well.
keep looking around.
Yeah, I will stealth from rubble to rubble, I guess, and scout that way.
I'll investigate the damage to figure out what happened.
Okay.
Investigate.
So we've got an investigation. So as you're looking around at the damage, you're just investigating like the rubble and the buildings and that type of thing? The
Yep.
horses are no longer interesting. They're just having a drink.
Well, I mean, I'll see if they have any wounds, or
Do we need a horse or two?
we do need some extra horses. It's true.
So as each of you is kind of looking around the town of Coneyberry, based on the evidence that you've collected from investigating the spot with the X initially and seeing, there's likely an orc camp or staging area, and then the town has been all but abandoned and rubble and just destruction everywhere. You surmise that there's likely been some sort of orc attack on this particular town. And as Rowan is kind of looking around, looking to delegate some tasks to some of his underlings, he does notice on the rear haunches of each of the horses there's a brand, and they all have the same brand, and it's 3 letters: BAK.
BAK.
Dun dun dun.
Hmm.
Do I remember anything that means in this realm that is, more or less knowledge I would know, or common knowledge?
So you do recall your initial reason for traveling out this way
Excellent.
was that orcs have attacked Butterskull Ranch, 5 miles east of Coneyberry along the Tribor Trail.
Yeah.
Travel there with haste, assess the damage, and help any way you can. The ranch owner, Alphonse Big Al Calazorn, is a retired sheriff who will reward you
BAK?
for your efforts. You remember
Oh,
that?
it's a K.
Word
I
for
wrote
word.
it with a C. Right.
I just wrote Big Al.
Big Al.
It's a K.
Just wait for his boat ride.
Ah, of course.
So yeah, he's the quest that we can kill both.
Well, don't kill the horses. Bring the horses back to the rancher, and he'll reward us handsomely.
Well, yes, and then kill the rancher. I mean, yes.
Well, no, we should we should kill whoever destroyed this town and probably the ranch. If Big Al lives, he'll reward us, and if he doesn't live, we'll just steal whatever's left in his burning husk of a ranch. Either way, we'll make some treasure yet. Do we see any Have we seen any hint of any other survivors?
We haven't seen any souls. Like you haven't seen, other than these 3 horses at the fountain. The town is generally in ruins. Like it's basically been razed to the ground. There's still a couple buildings standing, but they don't look particularly safe, and they also it looks like the town has just been completely ransacked.
I see. Well, there's probably no looting left to be done here. It seems pretty thoroughly looted, so perhaps we should take these horses back to the ranch and see if Big Al still lives in order to reward us handsomely.
He's going for those handsome rewards.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So what do you guys do? You gonna try and wrangle the horses? You gonna...
Me. Go wrangle those horses.
Oh, holy shit.
Come now. Come now. You
your-
are now. Come with us.
Your words are very soothing, as opposed to the last approach you made with the horses after they've been terrified by the dragon. And the 3 horses begin to follow you. And I think that's where we'll pause for this evening.